Hey there, it's Josie again with Resilient Athlete Development. If you're anything like me, you are jonesing for snow. All I want for Christmas is some waist-deep powder. Today I'm going to show you the 5 best movements to get your body ready to rip that or shred the gnar. Alright, before you start, always remember to go through a dynamic warm-up 5-10 minutes before you start your training session. I'm already warmed up. I went through my workout actually already. So I'm just going to show you the movements and explain how many sets and reps you do. Alright, so the first 3 exercises, 3 movements, you're going to use as a circuit. Get a timer, an interval timer, if you have one. There's apps for them all over. But you're going to do 2 to 3 sets. This is a beginner's workout, so I'll show some modifications as well to make them a little bit harder. So 2 to 3 sets, 15 to 30 seconds of work, 5 seconds rest in between your transition, and then after you get one circuit done, you rest for 30 seconds to a minute, catch your breath, and then go through the circuit again. Alright, so first movement is lateral lunges. I have resistance bands to help make the movements a little bit more difficult. If you don't have resistance bands, you can use milk jugs filled with water, sandbags, anything that will add resistance. So lateral lunge, I'll just show you the lunge. So wide stance, and you're just lunging to one side. So you're, instead of going forward, you're using your lateral. So go 15 seconds on one side, switch to the other, five seconds in between. Next movement is windmill planks or T push-ups. So windmill planks, you start out in a side plank, middle plank, side. So you're just rotating through that. If you want to make it harder, you're here, push up into a T. Alright, 15 to 30 seconds of that, 5-second break, then you're into lateral jumps. If you have a box or something to jump over, that's great. Otherwise, it's just side to side, like you're going through mobiles, something like that. I don't want to bother the downstairs neighbors, so I'm not going to do too many of those. But 15 to 30 seconds, that's the last movement in that circuit. So you're going to rest 30 seconds to 1 minute before going through that again. Finally, you're going to end the session, or your resistance training part of the session, with a couple of strength movements. The first is a single leg deadlift. You're going to do, again, 2 to 3 sets of these. You're actually going to use reps instead of time for these, so 2 to 3 sets, 5 to 8 reps. Use some form of weight. I'll demonstrate with a 10-pound sandbag. Milk jugs are great. Rocks, whatever you can get your hands on. So single leg deadlift. Hold the sandbag in the opposite hand just to get a little more core strength going. And you're hinging at the hip, trying to keep your back straight, so pull your shoulder blades together and down. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. And knees soft. Obviously these are fairly difficult just for balance. And then here, so hinging at the hip, really working your glutes, your hamstrings. 5 to 8 reps on one leg, switch to the other side. Same thing. There you go. And then finish it off with jump squats. If you're not very well conditioned right now, don't worry about adding any resistance for jump squats. Otherwise, you can add small weights, a couple pounds at a time. Work your way up. If you have a weighted vest or a backpack, then you can put some weight in. That's a good idea too. But jump squats, just that. You're going to squat and jump. You want max effort, so jump as high as you can go for those 5 to 8 reps. Try not to spend a lot of time on the ground. So you want to land and get back up. Feel free to use your arms. Obviously, you're going to use your arms when you're skiing. If you have poles, not so much if you're a snowboarder. But so those are the 5 best movements to get you ready to hit the mountain this winter. And as always, do a nice cool down to get yourself back and calm, heart rate down.